Hey guys, Maxmc55 here, and today I'm going to be showing you again how I customize Transformers. Now, I've already made a video in the past doing this, but I have since changed how I customize figures, so I may as well make an update video. And if you do want more of these videos, please like this video so I know that you want more. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. This is me customizing Transformers Age of the Primes Primer, or Primer apparently, into Nova Prime. Alright, and here is me priming my custom. Now please, people, always prime your customs. It makes it so, you know, your customs don't like die and get broken, and it's just better for applying on paint and stuff. So please prime your customs. I am using Tamiya white surface primer, but usually you can use any type of surface primer, but I do recommend using white, but you can use grey if you want. Now after you're primed, just take your regular paint you want to use. I am using this Tamiya white TS26. Yeah, I 100% recommend Tamiya. Please get Tamiya. And then here's me just painting on the white. Now yes, white on white probably isn't the best paint to be using on film, because you really can't really see any difference, but hey, it's just what I'm doing is more important really. I'm just showing what I'm actually doing, not the actual process. But yeah, again, just spray all the angles, make sure to spray outside as well, and make sure to always do the insides as well, because some parts do get missed in the painting process. Okay, and here's my setup. So here I have my water right here, cleaning brushes, turning it around. There's all my parts for, like, you know, if I ever snip things off or there's just XL plastic everywhere, I just put it in there. Then I have all my brushes here in like a brush stand. I have a lot of brushes. And then here is where I like paint things on here. This is sort of like my makeshift setup. I used to have like a really bigger one, but now just due to me, you know, filming with a green screen, it's just easier putting this thing down and then just easily painting them. Yes, it's risky, but hey. I put my paints over in this corner. Obviously, we have gold for Nova Prime here. I primarily use Tamiya XF, by the way, or just X. But I do, you know, I do have some Warhammer paints that I do use. So there's that. And then here's the parts that I have. And obviously, you can see the masking tape. And we may as well shine my light over here. And we'll take off some masking tape, you know, because it is pretty satisfying to do sometimes. No, sort of satisfying. There we go. So there we go. This just, if you're wondering why I do mask things, it's just so you know, things don't get too tight to the point where I can't even like put them in the socket, or, you know, moving it around, it doesn't like flake off paint, because that can happen, and it has happened in the past. So it's good to like always mask, you know, ball joints, you know, things like mushroom pegs, any pegs as well. Heck, sometimes honestly just like shave off tabs, because sometimes you really don't need them, especially considering paint can make everything so tight that sometimes you don't even need pegs. But yeah, if we just take off all this masking tape here, and there we go. So yeah, and also masking tape is good for like covering some parts. So maybe I wanted this crotch white, but I wanted this part to be sprayed blue. Mask the crotch and then paint the upper torso blue. But yeah, that's the crotch. Used to be grey, now it's white. So that's the biggest change of Nova here. But as you can see, there are some other parts and stuff. There we go. So, and obviously this has tape on as well. But yeah, we won't be painting many of these, because obviously Nova Prime is primarily white. The only things we were painting on camera are the hands, because these need to be gold. And yeah, also if you want to see masking tape without paint on it, here it is. I also masking tape wheels, because I hate painting wheels on custom, so I just put some masking tape over them so they'll stay black, and it makes my life easier. But yeah, that's for a future project. Probably won't record that one, sorry, but hey, I like to have fun and not stress about recording customs, because this video, up until this point, has already taken like 5 days total, because, you know, weather and all that. But yeah, so we have our shoulders, we have our chest piece, we have the arms, and then we have the legs. And I think the only things that really need changing, the knees need to be black, And then I don't know if I want to paint these wheels again, so I just want to keep them white just so they look like they're actually part of the design. And then we will now paint these hands black. So I'll see you then. So before you paint, obviously either stir or shake your paint pots, because you need the all especially like shiny ones, you need all like the actual paint to like swirl around. So always shake, always stir, any of those. But yeah, going into actually painting, I have my brush here. I simply dip it into this pot, because when you shake it, pieces of paint, don't know if I can show you, paint just resides in there, and it just makes it easier for dipping in instead of dipping in there and getting too much paint on. But we're using a big brush because we don't really care about like fine detail, because the entire hand needs to be gold, not just like part of it. So we just go around, and also always leave like, I'm going to leave this part here white because I don't have it on like a stand, and I don't want the gold paint to sort of stick to this board. But also, if you were doing like, I don't know, if you had cardboard underneath, the cardboard would stick to the paint, and the cardboard would probably rip with it. It has happened in the past, and it's really annoying. So, but yeah, like if I set it down like that, there we go. It's now set on the actual dried spray paint. So no gold will be like getting stuck on the on this board here. But yeah, painting this gold, just making sure you get all the white away. But obviously, if you had, you know, actual spray paint or airbrush as well, this would be quicker. But again, it doesn't really matter because this is such a small piece. It doesn't really matter if you've sprayed it, airbrushed. It's gonna sort of look the same anyways, just although you will see brush marks on the hands. But that's all for the gold. And then obviously I take the water and I just dip it in there, and then I give it a swirl, and then I would take a tissue and then dry it off a little bit more, and then you put the paint away. And that's how I do that. So yeah, that is how I basically paint a transformer. Now, I'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse me painting a little bit more parts, so you can see more paints different being used, different parts being painted. So we'll get to that right now. Alright, now while I'm painting the like basically arms, I do want to just mention a YouTuber I 100% recommend watching if you're wanting to get into customizing, and maybe you just want to watch Transformers content as well. Hobbies with Jose is a great Transformers, but also just customizing channel in general. He paints primarily Transformers, and he has videos on them. His older ones are in parts, while his newer ones are like 40-minute long, you know, just strictly customizing. You see his entire process. He's currently doing the Stunticons, if you're interested in that. And he's just great. You can see his process. You can see the way he does things if you just want to like copy on how he, you know, customizes and paints. And the main thing, the reason I 100% recommend him is all the tools he uses in that video are in the link, are in his description. So everything he uses, everything you see, like an electric screwdriver, or just like clippers, like pliers. They're all in the description. They're all named as well in the video, as well as the paints he's using. So it's really good if you just want to know what to use, what to buy, where to buy it, because he's got links to them on like Amazon and other places. So please go watch Hobbies with Jose. He's very good. Even if you're not into Transformers, he is, again, just great to watch. So yeah, just go watch him, please, because his videos are really good, and it's great, for new customizers, but even old customizers, because you never know what you can learn. So yeah, because art is always about learning, isn't it? So yeah, that was me sort of just showing you how I customize. Not exactly like a full in-depth sort of customization, but this is the process on how I've been doing things for the past like year now. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. While you're looking at the finished project of Nova Prime, I just want to shout out another customizing Transformers YouTuber by the name of the 14th Prime. I've made a video on him in the past and stuff, but if you're into knowing what colors look the best, I 100% recommend watching him, because in his videos, he goes over what paint he used. So if you're like, oh, which yellow should I use? Go watch his videos, find Transformers that used yellow, and then find the paint that he used in the intro. And yeah, I recommend that guy as well. So yeah, see ya.